And now, News Channel 10's 24/7 local weather first alert forecast.
Well, good Wednesday morning, everyone. It's our second to last day of October. Unfortunately, wind's still the driving point of our forecast, but it's not all bad news in your outlook for today. See a little bit of cloud cover moving across the area here as we start out this morning, seeing 60s out there here to start out the day. So obviously not very cool out there yet. You're going to be seeing on your phone, on air, you're going to be seeing things about frost and freeze warnings out there. That's not for this morning. That's for tomorrow morning. We'll talk more about that here in just a second. Let's take a look at our temperature forecast for the day today, where we are anticipating a drop into the mid-50s here by the sunrise period. And then look at this afternoon. Things start to look a lot different out there. We hit 84 yesterday. Look at that. See that 70 degrees for Amarillo at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? That's your daytime high here in town today. Places off towards the east will continue to heat going into the afternoon, but you'll see right there, 60s off towards the west, 70s for us here in Amarillo, and then mid to high 80s there off in the eastern sides of the area. We're tracking a Pacific cold front moving through the region. That's a front that comes out of the west-northwest. You'll see cooler air coming in overnight. 50 by about 11 o'clock this evening. You're going to see 40s up north, and like I said, it does get cooler overnight. We'll circle back to that here in just a little bit. But let's talk about winds for this afternoon. As you're going to see those westerly winds, probably good 10 to 20 miles an hour as we start out this morning, so maybe starting out the day not quite as windy, but still pretty blustery out there. We will see those wind speeds pick up with that Pacific front. You can actually pick out that line starting down around Childress, moving up through Oklahoma. That's the backside of that front, cooler, drier air on the backside of it there. 20 to 30 mile an hour sustained winds gusting upwards of 40 at times, but you'll see after that front passes through, we start to see calming winds going into your Thursday. For Halloween, things start to look a little bit better. That is some very good news for sure. So let's talk about today. For this afternoon, we are seeing a red flag warning for those 20 to 25 mile an hour sustained winds. Relative humidity values down around 10 to 15%. So it is going to be critically dry there off in the eastern sides of the area. And with that warm weather, fire danger will certainly be prevalent. So keep that in mind. But your next weather maker is the possibility of an overnight freeze. Let's take a look at those overnight lows. 35 here in Amarillo. You will see high 30s and 40s off towards the east, but here in Amarillo, we're going to be teetering very close to that number. I think a little bit of cloud cover and a touch of wind will keep those temperatures from reaching freezing, but certainly not out of the question. Look at Tucumcari, Clayton there at 31, 32 in Dalhart and Elkhart, 32 all the way down in Clovis. So a lot of you in the region probably seeing your first freeze of the season. So because of that, we have a frost advisory. That's all the counties there in light blue. Temperatures around 35 are to be expected. Of course, delicate plants, not going to be a big fan of that frost. Bring them in. But those counties in purple there, that's likely going to be your first freeze of the season. Like I said, could see some places get down into the upper 20s. Might be in hard freeze territory there. So, of course, take all the necessary precautions for that. Now, looking at tries tomorrow, thankfully that cool air stays in place for your Halloween. 67 degrees. Hard to be too upset with that. But let's talk about this changing pattern. So here's this Pacific front that's pushing in today. It's going to be breezy out there. It's going to be stormy off in Oklahoma and up in Kansas for today, but I don't think any of that's going to come our direction. We're going to stay windy and dry for your Wednesday today. But then a new system coming in, then we're going to shift our focus to the weekend. Friday through the weekend, possibly even early next week, bringing in near daily rain chances. So here's your severe risk for today. Like you said, right there, enhanced risk. Looking at a pretty high tornado risk up in places like Wichita, Kansas City, down around the Tulsa area. But for us here in the Texas Panhandle, not looking like anything is going to be happening, at least for us here, at least for today. We're going to see Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday and Thursday stay quiet. Friday, some spotty showers try to come in, but Saturday and Sunday looks to be the bullseye right now for really good rain chances. Looking at your next 7 days as a whole, keep in mind these are very optimistic outlooks here, but there is a possibility that we see some good beneficial rainfall. The further east you are, it looks like the higher those totals will be. So, of course, we'll continue to monitor that here at News Channel 10, keep you in the loop on what you need to know. So, 70 today, 35 tonight. Going to be chilly overnight. 67 for your Thursday, and then look at the tone that sets. 60s and 70s, overnight lows in the 50s for the rest of the next 7-day period. And you'll see right there, 40 to 50% chance of rain showers, maybe a few thunderstorms as well. And then also, don't forget Saturday night into Sunday, we're setting those clocks back 1 hour as we go into daylight saving time ending. Of course, you're going to get an extra hour of sleep.